Iron Gwazi, Lightning Rod, Steel Vengeance, Outlaw Run, Storm Chaser. You can go down the list of great RMC roller coasters, right?
Yeah, you can go right down that list.
It's like a big old hill. Go straight down the list. All of them that we just mentioned and so many more are so great. And RMC is doing it again twice this season. In 2023, they're coming out with ArieForce One, which just opened up. And then what Hershey Park says will be open in 2023. I still have my doubts, to be honest, because I don't even think the lift hill is completely done yet and the park's already open. But Hershey Park is opening in the summer of 2023, Wildcat's Revenge. Now you have two RMCs that look like they could be near the top of the list as far as coasters in general and definitely RMCs. But which one is better? We happen to disagree, so we are battling it out this video.
Disagree, yes. I'm like very disagreed.
See, me, I think one of them looks better, and I'm right. And him, he thinks the other one looks better, and he's wrong. And this is what happens when people are wrong. I took his Whammer bobblehead, and I took off his head because I didn't like what he was saying. That's how angry I got.
Very, very angry.
Let's get into the stats. Let's get into the facts, the stats of these two roller coasters.
The stats.
I mean, what's better than that? Okay, so for ArieForce One at Fun Spot Atlanta, we have these stats. Now, I did not memorize them because I'm not quite that nerdish, but I have them on the trusty iPad.
Let's see. Lift hill height, 154 feet. Max vertical G.
Okay, we don't need all that stuff. But so the lift hill is 154 feet. The speed is 64 miles per hour, has 3,400 feet of track.
Oh, wow.
And what it says, a ride length of 100 seconds. So that's
a minute and a half.
Just a little bit over a minute and a half, but we're going to get more into the ride time of both roller coasters in a little bit here. And then we have Wildcat's Revenge. We have a ride height of 140 feet, so a little bit shorter than than ArieForce One. We have a max speed of 62 miles per hour, so just 2 miles per hour slower.
Sounds like Wildcat's Revenge isn't as good.
I don't know about that, but we have 110 more feet of track at 3,500 feet of track, opposed to the 3,400 feet with ArieForce One, and a ride time of 2 minutes and 36 seconds, which is nearly a full minute longer than ArieForce One. Now, if you look at the POVs, ArieForce One doesn't look like nearly as long of a ride. So this makes sense that it shows that it's about a minute shorter. But what we went and did is we went and looked at the POVs, obviously animated POV for Wildcat's Revenge.
Yeah, because it's not open.
So this may be a little bit off. I guess we can't say with 100% certainty, but we went with the animated POV, and what we did is we measured the time from whenever it was released from the chain and started going down the hill until it hit the brakes. And ArieForce One came in at 45 seconds, 45.8 seconds. And Wildcat's Revenge came in at a whopping
49.57 seconds.
Okay, so that's only about a 4-second difference from actual ride time. And where a lot of the extra time comes from is, I think, the pre-lift, because Wildcat's Revenge has almost like an entire roller coaster.
Well, yeah,
it hits the lift hill.
It has like a little pre-lift section like some other rides have, or has some hills and stuff like that. Wildcat's Revenge, it goes up and down, or it goes down and up really quick. ArieForce One goes down and up, and Wildcat's Revenge, has more to it.
So that's a lot of your length right there. Getting into this ride, now ArieForce One opened up, so people have ridden it, and people love it. People are going crazy over this.
Crazy.
People, nerds, are burning down buildings in Atlanta.
Saying, oh my god, ArieForce One. Oh my god, it's very airy, it's very forcey, it's just amazing.
Earlier, I said that I think one of them looks better and he thinks the other one looks better. Now, I think that Wildcat's Revenge looks better than ArieForce One. He thinks
ArieForce One looks better than Wildcat's Revenge.
So what we're here to do is kind of go over which one, why we think that.
Yeah,
each
I'll go
one
over
looks
my
better.
reasons. You can go over your reasons, and
then you guys can join in the battle down in the comments section and say which one you think looks better. And maybe you've written, I know a couple of our viewers, one of our channel members, Kevin, I know for sure he's written ArieForce One, so you can drop down your little review or something down in the comments section. So who do you want to go first? You want me to go first or you go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
I'm just kidding. You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Wildcat's Revenge. I tend to like rides that take a little bit longer because, you know, you're waiting in line, you're sitting there, and you're like, okay, I need to actually enjoy this ride. Something that takes like a shorter period of time just isn't as appealing to me. Like, that's why Steel Vengeance is my favorite roller coaster, because it's just such a huge, massive ride. So I would say Wildcat's Revenge, just the time of the ride leads me to think it's a little bit better than ArieForce One. And also the underflip. I made fun of it. You guys surely made fun of it. Everyone's made fun of the world's tallest underflip. But I'll tell you, that inversion looks crazy.
I don't think it looks insane. I mean, obviously we've never ridden it, so it might be crazy, but I mean, it looks just like a normal, it looks like a normal inversion.
I think, so in our little pre-production meeting, I said that I think that it's close to the death roll on Iron Gwazi. You said that it wouldn't be because the death roll is going down.
Iron Gwazi, it's going down, so you're getting a bunch of speed. On Wildcat's Revenge, it's going up, so you're losing a bunch of speed.
You're
so complete.
Under.
So yeah.
So you're going up on your underflip.
Yeah. So it's very different. So they're nothing alike. So yeah, that's just a factual statement.
I think that you're going to have a lot of speed because you go into it straight off the drop. Most roller coasters, whenever you see a top speed, most roller coasters reach that top speed at the bottom of their first drop. Not all of them, but most of them tend to, whenever you see a top speed of whatever, blank miles per hour, the bottom of the first hill is whenever they reach that speed. So I assume Wildcat's Revenge will reach its top speed of 62 miles per hour as soon as it hits that bottom, and it goes straight into it. So I don't think that you'll lose that much speed going into that underflip. So I just think it looks crazy. I think that it looks like one of the best inversions on a ride.
Okay, I think it looks like Steel Vengeance's first inversion. It's like it'll just be like that, except
I already explained.
Except Steel Vengeance goes down a little bit, and
I already explained to you.
Okay, but
I already explained.
Okay, but I didn't really listen, so because what you're saying is just not factual, because it looks the same as what Steel Vengeance does pretty much. So no big deal. I'm sure it's gonna be really fun. Not nitpicking on it. It looks like it'll be really fun. I think the ride will be really, really, really good. But I think ArieForce One just looks a little bit better.
So, okay, well, let me go into more about Wildcat's Revenge.
No.
Because I love how Wildcat's Revenge, like Steel Vengeance, goes into its structure a lot, like the underflip. And so you're twisted and just a big old mess of a ride, all twisted amongst each other. Where opposed to ArieForce One is, I think, the first out and back layout for an RMC, right?
Probably, yeah.
I can't think of any other RMCs that are an out and back layout. And out and back layouts are all well and good.
Hybrid, like Jersey Devils and out and back, but
okay, yeah, a hybrid. So Jersey Devil's a different type of coaster, obviously being a single rail. I just feel like I said, the big twisted mess that is Wildcat's Revenge and a lot of other RMCs, I just think that's more appealing to me because I feel like you get a lot more turns and a lot more laterals.
But here's the real question. If you're riding Wildcat's Revenge and ArieForce One, while you're on ArieForce One, are you thinking, wow, this ride is so much fun, but I wish it wasn't an out and back layout. I wish it was a twister layout. And while you're riding Wildcat's Revenge, are you really going to think, I wish this was an out and back, or I'm really happy that this is a twister layout? No, you don't care about that.
I do.
You don't. He doesn't know. Like you said yourself, you don't pay attention when you're riding coasters. So basically, all my points are. So yeah, you don't pay attention. You don't even know like what happens on some of the rides that we ride the most.
Some people like him. Whenever we're riding, like he'll be like, "Oh, what happens third? What's the third element on Steel Vengeance?"
It's not even like I try and pay attention. It's not even like I try and pay attention. I just do. But anyway, so Wildcat's Revenge.
I just think that it's a more fun layout opposed to an out and back. Wow. So excuse me for breathing. So I am Team Wildcat. So all the if you're Team Wildcat, go ahead and hit a thumbs up. Give a comment down below about why you're Team Wildcat. And you can make fun of him for being Team ArieForce One.
If you're Team ArieForce One, subscribe and leave a comment.
Well, that's better. Okay. Well then.
And be a member.
Yeah. If you're Team Wildcat's Revenge, then yeah, you can sub too.
So ArieForce One. Why do I think ArieForce One looks better? So let's see. ArieForce One, I think it's more unique because it does have an out and back layout, even though that probably doesn't affect like the ride itself while you're riding it. Like you're not, like I said, you're not going to be thinking about that while riding. But I think it is faster. That's a fact. It is taller. That is a fact. I think it looks whippier. So I think you go through the elements like a little bit fast. It's very low to the ground opposed to Wildcat's Revenge. Wildcat's Revenge is very like high off the ground. ArieForce One is very low to the ground. Which
I do like that in a lot of rides. Like a lot of GCIs tend to be low to the ground and just kind of a lot of like quick air time. Yeah. So I do like that about rides. I do like rides that are really low to the ground. So I might like ArieForce One a lot because of that.
I think it would have better air time. I think that it has more like airtime hills. I think that
they have a Steel Vengeance-esque, not to keep interrupting you, they have a Steel Vengeance-esque like bunny hills at the end before the final breaks.
They do. And like Steel Vengeance or like Lightning Ride, they do have a bunch of airtime hills. So yeah, more airtime. I think that one inversion going over that building looks really cool because you go like really close to the building. So I don't see Wildcat's Revenge have anything like that.
Is that their stall over the building?
No. See, you don't even know anything about it. So it does have a stall. So does Wildcat's Revenge. I think
Wildcat's Revenge has a stall, and the stall looks far superior. It looks like you're going for a good 30, 45 seconds on that stall.
Well, ArieForce One, you're going for a good like 6 or 7 hours. Okay. But I just think ArieForce One, I just think being low to the ground really helps. I think it just is going to feel a lot faster. I think it's going to feel a lot more intense.
So you think the pacing would be better? I think
the pacing is going to be better. I just feel like it'll just be better because it is so low to the ground and you're going really fast and you're going right over the pathway, right by a highway.
You convinced me fully to switch over to ArieForce One. Not. Wildcat's Revenge, definitely better. All of you that think ArieForce One is better than Wildcat's Revenge, off with your heads. Because I don't agree with you guys. Let us know, like we said, let us know which one you think will be better. And if you have ridden ArieForce One or plan to ride.
I might be riding ArieForce One later this year because hopefully, because I'll be going to Georgia, and hopefully the park is open by then because it's going to be later in the year. But hopefully, because I do want to ride it.
Yeah, that would be nice. Although you'd be riding it without me, so that would make me not happy.
Well, that's why I've ridden more coasters than you. And since I've ridden more coasters, I should be the one to talk about this stuff and not you. So, ArieForce One looks better. What do you think? Leave it in the comments.
And really quick, like we said before, subscribe to this channel if you're new to it. If you're coming back again and again and again, if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all our channel members. We already mentioned Kevin, Anne-Marie, Raymond, Andrea. All of you guys, thank you so much.
And if you want to get a shout out and get exclusive videos and just a ton of good stuff, then guess what you can do? You can be a member too. Anyone can be a member. Isn't that crazy? All you have to do is go to the link in the description, click that link, and then it will go to a page where you can be a member, or you can hit join at our homepage on the YouTube channel.
All right. And that's about it. So hope you liked this video, and we will see you guys next time here on Beach Cliff Studios.